Earlier this week, Fatshark released a dev blog that covers the changes they're making in the next patch, and these changes will be fantastic for the health of the game. Let's jump right in. First, there is going to be some major overhauls to the mission board. A new separate board will be added in addition to the existing one, which will host a selection of missions specifically for those who enjoy the higher difficulty content of Darktide. This board will be locked until level 30, so you won't be running into any newbies in your missions. Quick Play will also be getting a slight tweak to include rewards, incentivizing players to jump in, which should further help with the Quick Play population. Additionally, brand new missions called Maelstrom missions will be added to both boards, which will be mixtures of new and existing modifiers to create some potentially perilous games. It was also mentioned that the system behind mission spawns were tweaked, which will mean a more varied mission select will be available and we won't be stuck with all low-intensity missions. Overall, these mission board changes are pretty great and serve to really iron out some of the issues the community at large found with the mission board. It is admittedly a compromise instead of letting us just choose what map and difficulty to play, but as long as there are a decent selection of missions to choose from and they aren't redundant, it should serve as a healthy and acceptable alternative. We'll now be able to directly choose which servers we use to matchmake, which will really help to improve the matchmaking experience. Some big quality of life changes are also coming to the crafting system. Whenever you refine an item, you will no longer need to arbitrarily roll for perks. You'll now be able to directly choose which perk you want to replace the previous one with. Furthermore, the lock system for both weapons and curios are receiving changes as well. Instead of weapons being locked to one blessing change and one perk change each, you will now be able to directly choose which two stats you'd like to change, and subsequently which two stats will remain locked. This means that you can now have either one blessing and one perk locked, both perks locked, which will let you change both blessings, or both blessings locked, which will let you change both perks. This same change is also being extended to curios as well, with the added benefit of being able to change 2 perks on curios instead of only 1. It's unclear if we'll be able to directly choose the perks on curios as well, but as they're making that change to perks for weapons, I would assume the same will be made to curios. While these crafting changes are a step in the right direction, it's another compromise that isn't exactly ideal. I have no idea why Fatshark is still so hell-bent on keeping weapon and item locks in the game, despite the entire community rallying together to share their very strong dislike for them. They say that they're keeping them in because removing them would have a big impact on item acquisition, which makes it sound like they're scared of people obtaining overpowered weapons and breaking the game, but considering there is no guaranteed way to obtain a god-rolled weapon in the first place due to the RNG of the stats, I highly doubt that. At the end of the day, it's a better system than what we had previously, but it really just seems like Fatshark is making more work for themselves down the line when the alternative method to solve this issue is much simpler. Finally, there is one huge change being made to character currencies and resource wallets. In short, all character-bound currencies will now be moved into a single, unified account wallet where all resources will be shared across all characters, including dockets, ingots, plasteel, and diamantine. No matter which way you look at this is a fantastic change that will really help to reduce the grind in Darktide and streamline the leveling process for new and returning players alike. Patch 12, titled Into the Maelstrom, will release mid-August with all of these changes and potentially even more. But what do you think about these changes? Let me know down in the comments below. See y'all next time.